Hey everybody, it's Chris here from Tune Tracks, and in this episode we're going to go over our latest haul that we picked up for Jason, and we'll take a closer look at it when we get back.
Welcome to Tune Tracks Racing.
So I hope all of our friends over in the US had a pretty good Thanksgiving. This episode here we're going to go over quite a few castings that we picked up for Jason. Mostly Hot Wheels, but we did pick up some from Majorette and even one from Siku, which I think a lot of you guys are going to like. We even picked up one from Tomica, so we'll get right to it. So the first thing you might notice is we actually have the Yokohama Advan garage in front of us, and we already did a review on this. The only reason I have it out now because it pretty much goes hand in hand with the 2008 Lancer Evolution, and you can see the theme goes along perfectly with it. So I thought when we're not actually racing this car, we could set it up inside for the diorama once we get set up. But this casting is really beautiful. I like it. This is actually my favorite Lancer Evolution that we have for Jason. This is extremely hard to find in Thailand. In fact, it's the only one I've seen so far personally. We had to actually get this online, and once we bought it, that was it. They don't have any more online. I have a couple friends here who still cannot find it. They said they haven't even seen any C-case yet in Thailand. So I don't know if this is brought over from a different country or not, but we've been to a couple stores and we have not seen any from the C-case at all for 2020 for Hot Wheels. So like I said, once I saw this online, I bought this right away because I know this would be a really good addition for Jason's collection. And plus, this is actually one of my favorite castings for 2020 this year. This along with the GT40, which we already did a review of. But you can see here, it's got the red grille in front, red base. And this is one of my favorite themes along with Golf for the car. So I thought that looked really cool. Red and black always go good together, and with the gold rims. So this is the 2008 Lancer Evolution Hot Wheels Speed Graphics set. 1 out of 10, and it's a track star. So hopefully this does good on the track. And I'm planning on getting this in our dual series really soon. So I can't wait to see how this does. For our next one, we'll go over our only Tomica that we picked up for Jason. The other two we did pick up, we already did the displays for, and that was the Lexus LFA, and we had the Lamborghini Aventador. That was pretty much a fan favorite from people. They really liked that one, so I'll try to get that on the track soon. But the next one we picked up here is the McLaren Speedtail. I have never actually seen this casting before, and I think I actually overlooked this. The first time I saw it, I thought it was just a 720S. I didn't even notice the back. And then when I finally noticed that the back was different, I realized that this was an entirely new casting. So this one I did find online. They had a sale on this one, so pretty much a gimme. Because Tomicas are pretty expensive over here in Thailand. Usually around like $5-6 each. And this one was a lot cheaper than that. So the one thing I did notice is that it is missing one of the silver rims around the wheel, but that's no big deal. Probably why it was so cheap, but you can see this casting's pretty neat. I definitely like the silver paint job along with the see-through top of tinted glass. That looks pretty cool. And I don't know if you can notice it, but the steering wheel is right in the center of the car, and I thought that was pretty cool. It was like the first McLaren I ever saw. I think that was on what was it, Need for Speed 2, I think it was. So I thought that was a pretty cool feature. But the end of the car looks really cool. I definitely like that angle on it. Looks like almost like the Wraith if it was all black. If you remember that movie with Charlie Sheen. One of those 80s cult classic movies. And yeah, it is one of my guilty pleasures. I do like watching that. But here you can see the McLaren Speedtail. You can see the bottom is just all black. See, it says McLaren Speedtail there from Tomica. And I don't know if Hot Wheels ever made a casting for this, but I hope they do if they didn't. Because this looks really, really nice. And I can't wait to see how this does on the track. Because Tomica usually does hold its own on the track. And I've said it in previous videos too, they have taken out a couple Hot Wheels cars head to head. And I do plan to have a couple Tomicas in our dual episodes coming up. Jason already picked out the cars for the next episode. We'll do Choose Your Ride for that after we get done uploading the first set of races. So hopefully you guys like those. I'm trying to get Jason to pick out some of the newer cars. He wanted at least, I think, 2 old ones, but eventually we'll get to all the new ones. So again, this is the McLaren Speedtail from Tomica. This is really cool. I hope this is coming in clear because usually the camera has trouble with loose cars for some reason. Okay. And don't worry, if you want a closer look, I will have this on one of our displays really soon, so you guys can get a better look at it than me just holding it up on my hand. And one of the big ones we got is from Siku, and that is the Bugatti Veyron. And of course, you probably know we had this if you saw the title of the video. Unfortunately, this is a 155 scale casting, so that means it is not going to fit on a Hot Wheels 6-lane track. I'm not even sure how Siku's do on a track. I've never seen one really race. This is the first car we have from Siku. I know we do have a truck, which is this one over here we had on display before. And this is a Siku. And of course, that is a really nice casting. They do pretty good on our castings. Although I'm not a really big fan of the actual rims, but the car alone is beautiful. The doors open up. We will have this on display too. So I'll try to have that up really soon, probably within a couple days. This car has been out for quite a while. I've seen this quite a few times when I've gone in the store, but usually they've been sold out lately. Again, like when we went to buy it, the listing said 164, but Siku is pretty much 155 in scale cars. And when I compare this to a Hot Wheels car, you can see it's just a little bit bigger. Not by that much, but it's definitely wider. And if anyone does have a Siku, let me know if you guys have tested out on some kind of a fat track or a track that it does fit on. I'm not even sure if it even fits on a regular orange track for Hot Wheels, but I know it does not fit on a 6-lane raceway. But this car is an absolute beauty. You can see it's an official car. This is not a knockoff. It's got the Bugatti logo on the front. It's got the official name on the bottom of the car. I don't know if you can see with the glare. It says Bugatti Veyron up there. And this is a beautiful representation of the Bugatti. This is the only official Veyron that Jason has. I know we did get him 2 of them from, I think it was like Fastlane, but they were definitely not official cars. These ones we got, they were like little knockoffs. I don't think they have the license for Bugatti. But I really like this color scheme. It's got like the crimson going along with the white. And again, I'm not really a big fan of the actual rims, but it still looks nice. It's a lot better than Tomica wheels, so I'm not going to really complain that much. They did a really good job in this casting. I can't wait to open this up and put it on display so that you guys see it up close, for those that have not seen these. Siku is a German company, so I'm not sure if they're available in the US or not. I know they're all over here in Europe and in Asia. So for those that have not seen a Siku, they are really nice castings. Doors usually open up. And again, I am not sure how they are on the track, but we'll find out soon enough. If it fits, I'll let you guys know when I test it out. And again, I will have this up on display very, very soon. So that is the Bugatti Veyron from Siku. And this is 155 in scale. So the next 2 things I'm going to go over is from Hot Wheels. And these are 3-packs that we recently found in a brand new store they built actually right by where we live. So we could take Jason pig hunting really soon. And he can actually go there without having to take him into the crowded city, because for those that don't know, he's got leukemia and he's not allowed around crowded areas, so we got to wear masks. So it just makes things a lot easier because it's right by us. But anyway, these are the cars we picked up, and the main one I got is for the Ford GT LM. And as you know, I'm not really a huge fan of the fantasy cars, but again, this came with the Ford GT, so I got it. I did see this car before, but unfortunately it was in a 10-pack. And again, Thailand is super expensive. Like, their cars are 3 times the price. So that 10-pack alone was $30. And it was ridiculous. So I got this one in a 3-pack. They had it on sale, I believe, for like $5. So not too bad. But I'm going to open this up. I already cut it previously, so you guys don't have to watch me struggle trying to open these up. And I really don't like the fact that they never tell you the name of the cars on these things. I don't understand why they don't do that. But anyway, I'll show you the prized car in this package. And that is, again, this is the Ford GT LM, and you can see it's got the gray base. The wheels are beautiful. It's got the gold rims, And the car color is beautiful. I really like the red with the black pinstripes going right down the middle. And Ford GTs are one of my favorite castings for Hot Wheels. We do have quite a few of these. Though my favorite one is the one from the Gran Turismo set, and that is the white one with the black stripes going up the middle. That's my favorite one. I guess this one's going to be my second. I really like the way this looks. I'm hoping my hands aren't all the way in the way. And I'm hoping this comes in clear because, again, for some reason this camera has a hard time picking up loose cars. And the next car we are going to look at, again, it's a fantasy car. I'm not really a big fan of fantasy cars, like I said, but this is the Scupa del Fuego. Color is pretty cool. I'm not too sure how good this is in the track. Back wheels don't seem too responsive. They kind of stop short, so I don't know if this is going to be fast or not. We will have some fantasy cars in our dual tournaments, but not too many. Again, mostly they're picked by Jason, but Jason seems to like the real mainline cars, which is cool. Although he does have a couple favorites that are fantasy cars. And again, I hope my hands aren't in the way of these cars. Apologies if they are. But again, it's just a fantasy car. I know we do have some fans out there that like fantasy cars. That's fine. And there are a couple I like too, but I'm just not really a big fan of them. And again, I got this pack mostly for the, well, completely for the Ford GT. I'm not gonna lie. And this one I think is the Monte Racer. Yeah, Monte Racer. And I think this is Jason's first casting for this. I definitely like the color scheme on it. It's pretty cool with the brown and cyan color. I like the wheels. And again, fantasy car, so I'm not too sure if this is going to make it to the tournament. The wheels seem pretty okay, so maybe we'll put this in if it's fast. I'm trying to keep the tournament competitive. We might have a couple slow cars here and there, but that's only because Jason wants them in, and I'm not going to tell him no. So anyway, this is the Monte Racer, and that is the first 3-pack we are going to go over. And the next 3-pack, this one is absolute beauty. This one I don't have to open up because I know the names of these. Of course, we got the Skyline. I believe this is the 2000. And it's a beautiful car. I believe it's the Japanese police. And then we have the Porsche 911. And then we got the Hudson Hornet. I think this is Jason's first Hot Wheels version of it. We do have a Matchbox version. But I can't wait to get this on the track too. It looks beautiful. I'm always a sucker for old classic cars. So that looks really nice, especially with the tampos. And I might have these cars on display one of these days. But as you can see, this is the next Hot Wheels 3-pack we got. I did open it up, but like I said, you guys probably seen these castings before. They're nothing really too new. So this is the second Hot Wheels 3-pack we got. For our next pickup, we did get our 6th monster car, so now we can have a tournament eventually in the future. We'll just have 6 of these because these are expensive over here. These are around like $9, $10 each over here. That's how expensive they are, so that's why we only have 6. This is probably going to be my favorite one. I really like this one, a Dodge Charger RT. I think this is the 1971, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't say 1970 on it. I don't think so. But I believe this is 1971. I could be wrong. But as you can see, the packs come with the crushed plastic car underneath, and these connect together so you can form your own little obstacle course, which I thought was pretty cool. Maybe when we do our tournament, we can set these up somehow so they roll over them down the track. Make it a little bit more entertaining than regular racing going down, because they are fun drag racing these, but I'd rather see these things make jumps and land on stuff. I think that would be pretty cool. Make a better video. I'm sure Jason will like that. So again, this is the Dodge Charger RT, and I think this is the 1970. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, there we go. I'm right there in the bottom. 1970 Dodge Charger. Here I am scrambling for the name. It's right there in the back. Oh boy. Alright, so as you can see, this got pretty cool information on the back. I like the little fake information there with the crushing attack and motivation stuff, but some of it's kind of cheesy, but some people are into that. I'm not going to be one to criticize, but this is the 1970 Dodge Charger RT. And one last look at it. Okay. Next one I grabbed mostly for diorama purposes, but I'm going to actually race this too, and this is the, I think it's the most recent Quick Bite. This is from Hot Wheels Metro, 1 out of 10, and I do plan to have this on a diorama too. I mean, after our people, as you can see here, are going to be hungry, and they are going to want something to drink too, so these vehicles are perfect for it. So as you can see, this is the white version of the Quick Bite. It's got silver base, and you can see the little blue figure inside. And we need to add more detail on them, but oh well. beggars can't be choosers. And I do like the blue tinted window. It looks pretty neat. I'm not going to go over this too much. This is pretty much an old casting, just different colors. So this is the Quick Bite Hot Wheels Metro. 1 out of 10. Gonna jump over to our Majorette cars really quick, and this is another vehicle I picked up. This is gonna go along with our Total gas station, and this is the Total gas truck from Majorette. And this was on sale for only a couple bucks, so usually these are pretty expensive over here in Thailand. They can range all the way up to 12 bucks. And I only got this for, I believe, like $4. So not too bad. Again, probably a lot cheaper elsewhere, but in here I'm not gonna complain. That was a pretty good find. And you can see the Majorette trucks do have a lot of good detail on it. I definitely like that they did the logo perfectly. It's gonna go perfect with our gas station once we have it set up for the diorama. You can see it's got the same symbol. And I can almost guarantee the back detaches from the actual cab itself. And I don't know if this does anything. I'm not sure if it opens up. I'll try it. Looks like something goes on it. It might actually open up. For those that do have this, I know there are a couple of our European friends that are subscribed to us that do have a lot of Majorette trucks. So if you have opened this up, let me know if that does actually flip up. It looks like it does. I'll find out sooner or later when I open it up. But like I said, for now, I just keep these sealed. This way it keeps them protected for Jason, because if Jason gets a hold of these are not going to make it to the diorama once we get it set up. They'll be in pieces. But again, this is the Majorette Total gas truck, and this looks really cool. For our next Majorette piece, this was a beauty. This is the Porsche 718 Boxster, and you can see it's a convertible, and the top actually goes up and down. I thought that was pretty cool. It doesn't actually fold. It looks like it just detaches. But I thought that was cool enough. You can see it's up in the air right now, and I believe you just push it down and it snaps in. I'm not sure if it's completely removable. Again, for those that do have this car, if you do have it open, let me know. We will be opening this up shortly. I might have this on display too, because I really like this casting. If you guys want to see this on display, let me know. We do have quite a few cars lined up that we do plan to have on the rotating display eventually. Majorette is cool because they do come with these little data cards. I tried to put them in a video last time, but the text was just coming up too blurry, so I just didn't bother putting it in. But I was hoping one of these days the Hot Wheels would do something like that, because it gives information on the car once you flip the card around. It gives pretty decent statistics. You see the back of Majorettes are nothing special, just a bunch of gibberish. So just turn back around and you can see this car is absolute beauty. Majorette always does a lot of good work on their cars. It's just a shame that they don't get that much recognition, because they're not really easy to find. I guess over in the US, I think they got a couple, if I'm not mistaken. Some people said they did find them, which is cool. I hope they do bring more over. But these cars are abundant here because they're actually made in Thailand, so we see them all over. And they are actually a client for my wife for her job. So that's pretty cool. Once a year we are able to get some deals, which is actually coming up really soon, so I'm really curious to see what my wife can get for Jason. Hopefully there'll be some cool sports casting. Sometimes we even get sets. I know we do have some sets that we haven't built yet for Jason, because I did build one, and within a day it was in like 30 or 40 pieces, so he's still not ready for him yet. He still likes taking things apart. You know, he's 4 years old, so that's natural for them. So I'm just going to wait probably like another year or two, and then I'll give it to him. And then hopefully he'll keep it somewhat intact. I would put it on a diorama, but it looks kind of too toyish for the sets. So I'll just keep those just for him to play with. Because I want to keep the diorama at least somewhat realistic looking, like something like this. But like I said, those are mostly for him anyway to play with. So I don't want to take those away from him just to put on a diorama. But again, this is the Porsche 718 Boxster from Majorette. And this is a beauty. This will bring us to our last Majorette we picked up, and this car I actually found by accident. I was actually looking for another car from Majorette, and I stumbled upon this Porsche 911, and this is absolutely beautiful. I like the colors on it. I'm always a big fan of the white and black, and it's got the gold rims, so it goes along nicely. It's got the painted lights in the back, and I really like the spoiler. It's got the white top of it, and the bottom is black. And it just looks really nice. I thought they did a really good job on it. Even the vents look pretty good, the grill. Lights are clear plastic. That's a nice touch. I do believe the doors open up, so that's even cooler. It's got the black base. And again, Majorette does a really good job in their cars. Like I said, it's just a shame that like a lot of people don't really know about them too much. But I guess that's my job here, just to show you what they are like over here. This way you guys can maybe order them if you see them online. I'm not sure how expensive they're going to be, but like I said, over here they're not too bad. They're kind of like Hot Wheels, so like minimum like $3. Which again, in the US that's expensive for each car, but here that's pretty much the bare minimum. So that's what it's going to be. So I can't complain. And again, this is the Porsche 911, and this is just a beautiful car. I really can't wait to see this on the track. I know Jason's been itching to open this one up, so now we can finally open it tomorrow. Alright. And from here on out, the rest of the cars are going to be Hot Wheels. And next car we picked up is the 70 Ford Escort Rs 1600. And I really like the orange color in this. It looks pretty cool. Fog lights are pretty cool. It's just too bad they weren't actually like clear plastic or a clear lens like you would see on the actual artwork on the card. But it is what it is. At least they put that on there. I thought that was pretty cool. And I'm not going to go over these too much. This is from Baja Blazers, 5 out of 10. And again, this is the 70 Ford Escort RS 1600. The next one I picked up for Jason is the Mazda RX-7 in green. And it looks really cool with the yellow rims. I like all the tampos on it. That's pretty sweet. And again, I'm not going to go over these too much. They're pretty much old castings, just with, you know, different paint jobs. So everyone's seen these 100 times. And then again, this is from Hot Wheels Speed Graphics, 2 out of 10. Mazda RX-7. And this will bring us to our next Hot Wheels, and this one is from 2013. And this is the 1969 Dodge Charger Daytona. This is in purple, and this is the one from Fast and Furious. I believe this was the one that Dominic drove. I haven't seen those movies in a while, so correct me if I'm wrong. And this is from the Hot Wheels showroom. And I really like the Daytona. It's just a shame that most of them I put on track aren't really that fast. I don't know what it is. You'd think they'd be a little bit faster with the weight on them and the size. I guess it's just the wheels aren't rolling good enough on them. Hopefully this one might change that. We'll see how it is. But this is the 69 Dodge Charger Daytona from the Fast and Furious set. And this is from the 2013 Hot Wheels showroom series. Alright, next one we got is the 2010 Ford Shelby GT500 Super Snake. And I really like this one. I just wish it didn't have like the giant Hot Wheels logo on it. I always like when the cars have their like realistic paint jobs on it. But like I said, it is what it is. I still like it all in black. That is pretty cool. The color schemes are pretty neat. Like I said, I just wish it actually had like the real, like something you actually see on the road. You're not going to see a car with a giant Hot Wheel sign running down the road. Although I have seen one person do that, but there's always going to be that one exception. But this does look really cool. And this is from the Hot Wheels race team, 7 out of 10. And again, this is the 2010 Ford Shelby GT500 Super Snake. I was finally able to get Jason Mazda Miata. This is the 1991 MX-5. And this is from Hot Wheels Speed Graphics, 4 out of 10. And I thought it was pretty neat. It even comes with the license plate on the back. So that's pretty cool. I'm sorry, on the front. It's actually on the side over here. Thought they might have one on the back, but they don't. It's just completely plain. Does anyone know what the significance of the circle is? I always see cars like with the little white dot on the door, or a different colored dot. If anyone knows, let me know. Post it down in the comments below. I've asked so many people and nobody can give me a straight answer. So if you guys do know, just let me know. And again, this is the 1991 Mazda MX-5 Miata. And this is going to bring us to our last car of the haul. And this is the Land Rover Series 3 pickup. And I really like the color in this. It's kind of got like that peppermint green type of color. I really like that. I don't think we have any color like this for Jason. This is from the Baja Blazer Series, 10 out of 10. And I'm hoping this fits on the track. It looks like it does. it's just a shame because I do buy him a lot of trucks, but we can never race them because a lot of them don't fit on a track. And a lot of the Baja Blazers don't fit on a track, so I'm hoping this one is the exception. I really like the color of this. Looks like it might actually be decent. We'll see. And again, this is the Land Rover Series 3 pickup from Baja Blazers, 10 out of 10. And that'll wrap up our haul. Just to let you guys know, I will have the first episode of Duel out probably in a day or two. I don't know exactly the time frame. I'm hoping probably tomorrow night our time in Thailand. I know we are 12 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time in the US, so I'll try to have it out then. I already got, like I said, all the cars picked out for episode 2, so I'll post that Choose Your Ride hopefully within a day or two, right after I post the first episode. I do want to crank these out to give you guys more races to watch and keep this going, so let's keep going through all the cars to see which one is the fastest car to Jason's collection. And that should just about cover everything. So this is Chris from Toon Tracks, and I will catch you guys later.